I hate a moral coward, one who lacks the manly spark. I just detest a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my evenings where there's woman, wine, and song. But like a man, I always bring my little wife along. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew. The fun it doesn't stop till 12 on happy old Broadway. So what's the use of going home until the break of day? Now something confidential, whisper not above the breath. I once went home at 2 a.m. and scared my wife to death. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew. I never shall forget the night I made 6 hours run. Although I didn't have a knife, a blackjack, or a gun, I proved myself a hero of a very high degree. I ran for home and 6 of them were running after me. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew.
Relationship.
Mother's younger brother, and that about sums it up.
Oh, come on.
I guess we're done.
Yeah,
We're done
okay,
here.
so he's not my uncle. He's my mother's younger brother. It's like, okay.
And that about sums it up.
Wow, who could imagine that hanging from an antenna?
I have a feeling it's not a TPing. Oh, hi there.
Hey, look, he saw you at the crime scene.
Hey,
Guess you're guilty.
Look, if this is about those new petunias, I can explain.
Oh, comic relief time.
Oh, yeah, no blame.
Haha, weak stomach. Nah, I'd probably bomb too.
I think I should grow out my hair. My folks would hate it, but they're in Europe, so screw them, I guess. Wait, what's that?
Hey.
Shush, I'm trying to find my soulmate.
Oh, it's happening. Is this Kingdom Hearts? Oh! Something's going on outside.
So what's gonna happen here? I have a feeling I'm not gonna see my soulmate.
Oh yeah, what kind
Yeah,
of TV?
Coyote, what kind of TV do you... Keep smacking sick toys.
Hey, don't do that! What are you doing?
Oh, off we go.
Or, you know, that.
open thine eyes and call.
So that's the same voice that you heard when you first saw the TV and fell through it briefly.
So...
Here we go. Every Persona Awakening is so fucking badass. Look at that smile.
Oh, yeah.
Something from the depths of his soul. A strength that on some level he always knew was there but never knew how to channel until this moment. And suddenly it all makes sense.
And it hurts at first because creation always hurts, but it also feels good to be power.
Yes.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Oh!
Symbolism.
We have to stop it. That girl's in danger.
Yep.
Thank
By
you,
the
Teddy.
giant bird monster, I would reckon.
We know.
You'll say, no shit.
Yeah, we got this. Thanks, Teddy.
There we go.
It had to be
Woohoo! Nanako, I'm home. And so is this strange man I brought from work.
Nice to meet you. I'm Adachi, the guy who's been your dad's slave since spring.
What an introduction.
I thought Dad was in an unusually good mood about then.
I can still work you harder, you
Not in front of the children, Dojima.
This is my co-detective, Detective Slave. Why did you get her a socially anxious platypus t-shirt? But I can't say that. I
My
have
job
no
is all about eliminating the random elements. I look only at the facts.
Uh-huh.
If you keep getting caught up in my job, then...
Then suddenly I'm a fact.
Wait.
Biker gang? Oh, yeah. They raise a ruckus from time to time. I guess your place is too far away to hear them.
We live right by the road. The noise can drive you insane.
Yeah, all they really accomplish is driving around and being loud and obnoxious.
One of the guys working at Juneteenth said the dude's been a legend ever since middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Really?
Although, was he in a biker gang?
Did you say he was a legend?
Yuki goes into it. And welcome, gentle viewers and listeners, to tonight's Night Owl stream. I am Izzy the Fool,
And I'm Coyote de la Mancha.
and we swapped because I forgot to give him the cue this time.
I'll need to update the description a little later, but this episode's not-for-profit is the Southern Poverty Law Center in honor of Juneteenth. The Southern Poverty Law Center is best known for their takedown of a
That's not very scale.
certain white hooded anti-person organization during the 80s through their program called Clan Watch. And they are devoted to establishing and maintaining legal justice throughout the country. They strive to strengthen voting rights, end unjust imprisonment, eliminate poverty and economic inequality, and dismantle, let's say, supremacy of the W people. The last time that I advocated these folks, the algorithm absolutely crushed everything we were doing for months.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm tiptoeing a little bit now. I hate it, but I'm doing it. Anyway, they never charge their clients. They take no money from the federal government. So if you can afford it, please consider giving them a small donation. Link will be in the description. And if you or someone you know might be in need of their services, or if you're interested in helping out in other ways, link to their website is going to be below. So,
On with the show.
now that the serious stuff is out of the way, let's get back to high school. Oh, God. High school.
Yeah. Also, there's the small detail of the murder investigation that you're still currently conducting yourself as a teenager.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, there's that.
Yeah. I love he just stretches out when you say that, like, yeah, I'm ready. And the Laughing Gremlin's like, the return of the sister complex kingpin of steel.
Yep.
I don't remember who this person is.
That is just one of your miscellaneous nameless fellow students. She wants you to get an angel statue, which you can find from a drop of me in, I believe, Yukiko's dungeon.
Oh.
Those are just side quests so that you have other things to keep an eye out for with the TV world to do level grinding and stuff.
Well, that's cool.
So today was the last day of exams. You're finally free. You can hang out with your sports buddies. You can hang out with Yosuke. You can go to drama club, which is sure to be very dramatic.
I'm thinking drama club.
All right, drama club.
Is this drama club?
Yes,
She looks like drama club.
she is. That's Yumi. Hey, Coyote-kun, practice is today. You're going to come, right? Since you have Kusith, the Persona of the Sun Arcana, you two might get along well. Yeah, it's always a good idea to have the matching Arcana Persona to get maximum points.
That's right. I'm glad you are here. I remember, like, almost nothing about this game. I remember some things about the characters.
The characters are very memorable. I'll be sure to go over gameplay stuff as you need it.
Yeah, I remember, I mean, I remember, for example, that Chie is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And Yukiko is the amazing cinnamon roll of doom.
She is also great.
Yeah.
Yasagami High Drama Club.
Whoop. And my personal headcanon is that those two end up as a couple sometime after high school.
I do love to ship them. Friend of mine and friend of the channel, Cryptid Rhea, seems... I wouldn't say anti-Chie x Yukiko, but she's definitely not in the camp of Chie x Yukiko.
Well, yeah, but I mean, unlike, say, a series of movies or a television series, we get so little information about what the supporting cast is doing when they're away from the main character.
That's true.
You can read almost anything into the situation, and you'll have a good argument to present. So there's plenty of room.
You participated in the acting exercises. Good for you.
I so did. We are in the Jurassic area, and I am a Tyrannosaurus.
That's definitely acting.
My tiny little arms.
That definitely qualifies as acting under the legal definition. You thoroughly practiced expressing a variety of emotions. Man, I really need to practice expressing a variety of emotions. I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
Your expression has increased.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah, when I was taking drama in high school, it really helped my understanding of body language and argumentative structure.
Oh yeah, Coyote-kun, have you heard that the drama club's going to be in the school concourse? What's concourse?
What is a concourse?
Gremlin says, we waggle our hands at random intervals without reacting to those around us. Acting! Yeah, the looped animation there doesn't convey the point most strongly.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you, in a game like this, with their limitations, properly visually invoke acting, training, and practice without it looking like a comedic short?
Yeah.
And just like, improvisation, we're all refugees on planet Goofball. No.
Yeah, it does its job.
Yeah. What is a Concorde? Is that like a plane?
I have
Can't
no
you
idea.
like get a ticket and ride on the Concorde?
Maybe Yumi knows. I'm going to have the lead role this year. On
No
the
one-
plane?
No one is surprised by this. She does kind of look like she's a stewardess, doesn't she?
She has the hair for it.
She really does, and she has the smile.
Yeah.
Attention passengers, in the unlikely event of the loss of all 4 engines, we will go into the ground like a fucking lawn dart. We ask that you please put on your flotation devices.
Hey, we have ADFE in the chat, woeing away. Huzzah!
Yay!
One of our favorite viewers is here. Can you help me with my part later? I don't know, can you?
Okay. My mind distinctly took a much more adult turn.
Yumi, your mother collapsed!
Ah,
Wow.
never mind. Wow, okay.
Sudden tone shift.
Whiplash.
Really
Oh,
was, yeah.
holy crap.
That was a non-drama club member who suddenly burst in.
Oh, no.
Part what exactly? Yeah, exactly.
But no, now is not the time. Her mother has collapsed.
Yes, awful timing.
Yeah, you can tell by the exclamation points.
There was a call from the hospital.
Oh, jeez.
Says the non-drama club member. Huh? Oh, what should I do? We're still...
Go to your mother.
Yeah, that's... Hurry, go see her. Want me to come with you? Those are your options.
Oh, wow. Yeah, want me to come with you. I want to be there for my friends.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, no, it's okay. I'm going.
Okay.
Yumi ran out of the room.
And literally, no one blamed her.
Yeah. Seriously. Drama club president. The hospital? I wonder what happened.
There are so many things that could cause her mom to collapse. There's no point in even trying to speculate.
I think we're all too worried to get any more practice in. Let's call it a day. Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Yes, that's good call.
Did Yumi go to the hospital? You decided to go see.
I'm gonna assume yes.
Inaba Municipal Hospital hallway.
Inaba is so tiny. Sometimes I forget they have their own hospital.
Yeah. And their own police station, too, though it's also really tiny. Hi, Yumi. Hey, what's going on? What is he doing here? Why are you here with him?
Wait,
Oh, she's yelling at her mom.
Oh.
Your mom's in the hospital doesn't mean mom was checked into the hospital. It means mom went to the hospital to see dad, I guess.
Oh, I did not mean to walk in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, maybe I can just grant them their privacy before they see that I'm here.
You didn't collapse? You lied to me? Oh. She even went out of it. It wasn't just misunderstanding, like a game of misunderstood telephone.
Oh.
She lied to get her daughter down here to see her dad. Who's
Oh my god. Wow. Really puts the fun in dysfunctional family. Oh geez. Okay, yeah, I should just, because I mean, I don't want to presume on my acquaintanceship with Yumi.
Yeah.
In a way, I might have already, but I really wanted to be there for her.
Yeah.
I should probably just fade into the background like
a chameleon.
Like, yeah, or the ghost of a chameleon.
Yeah.
With, like, ninja superpowers.
I can't believe this. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, ninja ghost chameleon powers have failed.
She still hasn't noticed you. Yumi's mother. Yumi. He's the one who collapsed, not me. But I knew you wouldn't come if I told you that.
The laughing girl was like, now put the Onal in dysfunctional. I don't think now is the time for that. Didn't we cover this? Time and place?
Yes, I think so. So yes, I did lie to you. I wanted you to see him.
You see, it's okay that I deceived you and played your heartstrings like a frickin' fiddle from hell because I wanted to.
Yeah. And if he says Daedalus flying too close to the spawn, it's a multi-layered joke. Well done. I tip my hat.
Nice.
Yumi. Mom, do you think I want anything to do with that man? Oh, she hates her dad.
Oh, geez, he could be on his deathbed and she's like, good, cut the hose. Oh my god.
All I'm thinking of is Walter Jr. from Breaking Bad. Why don't you just die already? Just die!
Damn. Okay, and I'm not usually one to take this stance. I usually try to keep an open mind, but I will admit the first question in this instance that comes to my mind is, dude, what the hell did you do?
Right?
I mean, yeah, Yumi's a little tightly wound, but this isn't gonna come from nowhere.
Why did you trigger his dad? You wanted to. Yeah, you wanted to. You wanted to. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. Not a good word.
This is not the game to say that. That's oof. Okay.
Yeah, you're both missing stands. Yeah, we would have liked to do Undertale, but other complications arose with our guest star, so hopefully we'll be able to get back to Undertale real soon. But I'm also happy to be back with Persona 4.
Yeah, I was missing Persona. I really was.
Begging with shame. Marvelous.
All right, shall we carry on?
Yes, please. Don't ask me, just go. Yumi's mother. No. Sarah died? Oh no! Nah, Sarah's still kicking, it's okay. I know you've suffered a lot. I feel responsible for what happened too. Then why are you emotionally manipulating your daughter? Moving on. But you see, it was his last request. Oh, that makes it okay then. He doesn't have much longer. That's why he wanted to see you.
And God forbid that I should have just told you over the phone he's dying. Because I knew that you wouldn't care. Unless you were geographically nearby, because geography changes every... What the hell?
Very silly human behavior happening here. I've seen it before, though. Yumi, so what? I don't care if he lives or dies. Just die! Sorry, I'm thinking that again.
Yumi, his room is really right there.
Yeah, he can hear us.
I think he can hear you.
I can actually hear his vitals dropping as you're saying that.
Yeah.
He's a complete stranger. He's not my father. Whoa.
Ow, okay. Bringing out the guns of Navarone on this one.
Mom, you and I, he abandoned us both. Oh, that's what he did. He ditched them for probably most of Yumi's life, I'm guessing.
Sounds like it. Mom sounds like she's reconciled. Or maybe there's part of the story that Yumi doesn't know about, and it was somehow necessary and noble and secretly had them covered from, like, half a country away.
Possible. We'll see.
Unlikely. Very unlikely, however. Dude, maybe he was a spy.
He was a secret agent. And now what? Now that he's on his deathbed, he expects us to forgive him? Sounds that way, but...
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's on his deathbed like, yes! Also, I can still hear you. Not that I was listening, you understand?
In the chat, title drop, Great Pretender. I don't get that one. Don't give me that crap! Right?
That's...
Yumi's mother, I've made up my mind. I'm going to stay by his side until he passes away.
And then, when he exhales his last breath, I'm going to breathe it in, devouring his soul forever. You should be there, Yumi.
That is terrifying. Thank you. Moving on.
I like when Gremlin's all like, secret agent man.
Thank you. I need to do the palate cleanser after Coyote's existential horror.
I'm here for you.
Not existential, like extraterrestrial. Yumi's mother, letting him die all alone would be too cruel to think of.
It's best that we be there to enjoy the moment, and possibly mock him. Wow, 2 exclamation
Yumi,
points.
Are you stupid? No, you're not doing this.
Okay, once again, I have never been to Japan. The last time I spoke with someone who was a native of Japan was something like 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, holy crap, she's talking to her mom that way?
Right?
Oh my god. And ADF's all like, Yumi, maybe I just want to measure the distinct difference in weight when his soul leaves his body.
That's a really funny myth, by the way.
Well, that experiment was conducted, but it was under very uncontrolled circumstances, and there was only like 10 or 12 people involved. So we're talking like pilot study at best.
And I forget what it was, but you know, there's other stuff that leaves the body when you die that would explain for the weight discrepancy. So it's not the fucking soul.
Gas. Gas.
For one, yes.
We don't know for sure that it's not the soul, but there's certainly no evidence to say that it is.
Yes. Yumi's mother. Yumi, I'm sorry, but it's what I want to do. I mean...
I wanted to.
Wow, alright, got me with that one. Excavated farts, definitely a big part of it, yes.
Yeah. Especially if they've been there a while.
Yep.
But don't worry, Yumi, he'll be fresh.
Moving on.
Okay. Yumi's mom, all kidding aside, obviously, she's very heartfelt about this.
We are totally making a farce of this, like, emotionally heavy scene. I feel kind of bad.
We're not. We are the worst people ever. But
riffing is part of the show, so...
Well, and also,
right?
frankly, Yumi has... I feel like she's earned a little bit of empathy.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to empathize with her a bit on this. I'm keeping an open mind, but if I'm on anybody's side right now, my default is going to be on hers.
Yeah. Yumi, then go ahead. It's not my problem. All right, that's fine. Yeah.
Fair.
You each take your own route on this. I think that's reasonable.
Fair. And again, I think she could have phrased herself differently, considering what her mom is obviously going through.
Yes.
But at the same time, let us remember these are teenagers.
Yeah, she's like 16.
Yeah, and she's going through her own crap. So grade it on a curve.
Yeah. And Yumi's mom walks down the hall.
Yeah.
And Yumi finally notices that you have been standing there failing to camouflage this entire time. After all, I've been abandoned before. Oh, well, she's about to notice you.
What was that gesture she did with her hands?
Huh?
She, like, put her hands over her chest almost like they were over her heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then she walked away.
What Yumi's mom did?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Just looked like she was, like, doing a brief bow or something to excuse herself.
Yeah, maybe she did. Yeah. ADF is also pointing out this is Drama Club. Days of Our Lives kind of fits the description of drama. Did she specify from whence the dramatics came?
Yeah, you can't accuse Yumi of false advertising.
You cannot. Also, I mean...
You signed up for drama. You got drama.
Okay, this is not meant as being cold-blooded. I'm not trying to be snide here, but Yumi has devoted herself to being an actress. Once she finishes processing all of this, there's a whole range of emotions that if she calls upon this memory, she will never want for convincing acting on stage ever again.
Yep.
She's been abandoned before, so now she feels like her mom's abandoning her.
Yeah, she feels like her mom is abandoning her because it's one or the other in Yumi's mind. It's either stick with my dad or stick with me.
What the hell happened, man?
Bad stuff, clearly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, Yumi, I'm here for you as a friend. You're also in a very vulnerable position, so I'm going to be treading very, very carefully.
Yes. She's going to notice you now. She ran over to you. But when did you get here? Were you listening to me? Whoa.
I feel like they used the wrong emote for her picture just there.
They did, yeah. She looks very intense, like she's interrogating you, but the picture looks casual smile.
Yeah,
they don't have a whole lot of facial expressions for her.
I feel like they should have added one more just for this.
Yes. You can either say, yeah, I heard, or what are you talking about?
She's been lied to enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, yeah, I heard.
That's only fair, yeah. You eavesdropping on people's private conversations. You're a real sicko.
Okay, there's the emote we needed.
Yep. That's the face of distraught.
Okay, no, I'm not a real sicko. I was just... I saw you in trouble, and I couldn't turn away. And I'm sorry. And this is the point that you bow low and beg forgiveness.
Yep.
And explain, forgive me, I saw you in trouble and I couldn't turn away.
Yumi seems at a loss. She goes quiet.
Yeah, with that many ellipses, we're not talking about a sound effect at this stage.
Yep.
We're talking about silence. It's important to know the distinction.
Mm-hmm.
3 dots is...
No, it's not.
6 dots is silence.
Yes. Mom didn't collapse. Yep. When I got to the hospital, it turned out that the person in bed is the man who used to be my father.
Damn. More silence.
Yeah.
I'm not going to interrupt.
No. He abandoned my mother and me about 10 years ago. Yeah, most of Yumi's life, since she was like 6 years old.
Young enough for it to scar, old enough that she remembers it vividly.
Mm-hmm. He found another woman. He's a dirty sleaze bag.
Oh, holy crap. Oh, good. So she has abandonment issues and loyalty issues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. What a trip to lay on a kid.
Yeah. And now he comes crawling back to his daughter because he's dying? Yeah, after getting dumped by his bimbo. Talk about shameless.
Maybe there's something else going on here. Maybe he's genuinely penitent.
This sucks so much. I'd forgotten him after all this time.
Again, I'm like, I doubt that, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
Yeah. His name, his face, his very existence, I completely blocked him out.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I mentioned it in an earlier episode, but one of the young ladies who was from Japan that I had opportunity to speak with, a fellow exchange student had been assaulted.
Mm.
And later on, she not only didn't go to the police about it, but she insisted that she had never gone on a date with the scumball in the first place and had no idea what anyone was talking about. And when I raised the subject with the young lady in question, she and her cousin were both they were unified, but it was just kind of a casual acceptance of the way things are. They said, Japanese women understand that sometimes it is better to forget.
Oh, God.
So, yeah. Every society has its failings. Here we're witnessing one of the failings of this one.
Yeah, ADP says maybe he's trying to reconcile after poor decision, but like you said, it's tearing open a wedge in her heart, especially with the bullying one might receive for a lack of social normalcy.
Oh,
yeah. That's right. She's probably gone through a whole lifetime of getting, you don't have a dad. That reflects on you somehow.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Oh my God, this poor kid.
Even worse, Mom's going to look after him until he kicks the bucket. She's being stupid. How gullible can you get?
I've known people who have this superpower that they can actually love all of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
I do not possess this superpower, but I respect those who do. Apparently, Yumi's mom may also possess this superpower.
Possible. He left her, understand? Now he's a hand-me-down from the other woman who dumped him when he got sick.
Oh!
Fucking nuclear.
Dude! There is nothing that remains but the crackling sound as the blackened glass is slowly cooling.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Yumi can frickin' decimate verbally. Drama Club provides her the power to act as her own agent. She does it in part to flex her own agency, or perhaps to escape her previous identity as an abandoned young woman. I think you're probably right.
Yeah, I think
that's probably part of it.
I think you nailed it on the head. It may be that she's more comfortable wearing masks. Didn't she mention something?
I think she did, actually, already.
That she's more comfortable being other people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yumi, look, I respect your point, but please consider this. If you don't see him off, this will stay unresolved for the rest of your life. You will have a hole that you're trying to cover with masks for the rest of your life. Don't see him for his sake. See him for your sake. And coincidentally your mom's sake, because she's gonna need some backup to deal with this.
They're both pathetic. Ooh.
I don't think that's rage. I think that's pain.
Yes. Yumi is trembling with anger. Well, the narration says anger, but that's just how she's externalizing
the pain. I think that's how it's being externalized. I mean, she's angry too.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, most of that is pain.
Comfort her or don't say anything.
Again, the problem with games like this is I'm like, okay, body language?
Yeah.
Tone?
You don't know what comfort her actually means.
Yeah, and I don't know what comfort her actually means. It could have a broad range. Sometimes just being there and not saying anything is what the person needs to comfort them. So, I don't know. But, okay.
I would go with comfort.
I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to figure that the fact that she is opening up to me that much indicates that she is open to some kind of comfort.
Yeah.
And again, as someone who has a early stage friendship with her, especially, I like to think I would do this for a stranger too. But I mean, we're becoming friends. It's the least I can do. And ADFE says dismissal, attempted dismissal. She's what, 16? It's the audacity of the break in trust. Maybe she needs to shout it out somewhere. Yeah, that's also very possible. And yeah, there is a risk because I could be overstepping. But if I do, then all that means is that she gets an object. She can project that anger onto somebody who's right here and is in a position where I can take it.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think even worst case scenario, this could potentially help.
Ooh, shut up! What do you know about me? Whatever you said is not effective, but you're right. She funneled her anger onto you there.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean,
you're ready for that.
Yeah. She's basically lancing a wound here. I'm giving her a target for it. It's worth it anyway. Even if we never share another civil word.
Yumi hangs her head.
Poor kid. I am really not in character here. I'm supposed to be playing a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my god, these kids are having to go through this blender.
I know.
I'll try to get more in character later.
I'm sorry.
She apologizes.
No, you don't need to be. I understand. I accept your apology, but it's completely unnecessary.
I'm sorry. I've calmed down. What are you even doing here?
You
looks at his eyes and whispers, rolls D20. 1. Critical failure. Chicken jockey.
Bless you, ADF.
She was not amused by the chicken jockey.
She was not.
All this. It must be hilarious to watch, huh?
No, I just wanted to be here in case you needed me, and be ready to exit in case I was overstepping.
In some small way, you were able to help comfort Yumi.
Yeah, but she's not out of this yet.
You feel that your relationship with Yumi has deepened slightly.
That's a nice bonus.
Yep. Rank up. Ow. That always flashbang. Sorry about that. Rank 3.
Yumi's cool.
Yeah.
She's a little prickly at first.
Yeah.
But she's good.
Yumi Ozawa social link has reached level 3. Huzzah!
Yay, victory.
Some versus grown. Yeah. I'm going home. Let's walk together.
Yeah.
Aww. She wants company.
I'll be there for her.
He walked home with Yumi. She seemed to be filled with gloom.
I wonder why.
So bizarre. I wonder what's getting her down.
Yeah, some people, right? I mean, you tell them to cheer up.
They, don't.
I know. I mean, what's the deal?
Have you ever tried just not feeling sad?
I know, right? It's like, I knew this guy, and he was, lying on the ground, turning gray and clutching at his arm and his chest, and I was like, have you tried, not having a heart attack?
Oh, ADFE made me shudder. You should try to smile more. That's the more...
that's too real.
Yeah, that's too real, how that gets banged around. People need to know how much fucking harm that does. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Alright, this has been made very real, thank you. Alright, moving on.
And ADF was there for us.
Yeah. Marvelous. Hey, welcome back. Hey, you can hang out with Dojima tonight.
Wow, he's actually home.
Yeah.
And he spoke to me in a civil fashion. Mm-hmm. That's very cool. Although he did earlier too.
Yeah.
I remember we're slowly kind of coming to terms.
Mm-hmm. He's making an effort.
He is. Even though he is my mother's younger brother. And that about sums it up. I'm sorry, ADFE hit me with, I can be your angle. I can also be your demon. Fucking hell. So many typos, I love it. Alright, you should probably save real quick and then decide what you're doing tonight. I went shopping today. The fridge is full of food. Thanks, Nanako. Awesome. Hey, can I have a word with you? Dojima wants to have a word with you. Is this about me being a fact again?
Oh, no, not that again. You go to Juneteenth a lot?
Is that a problem? Is this about that sword thing? Because I thought we figured that out.
Could either say very often or silence.
He's reaching out. I'm going to say very often.
Yeah, very often. That ass, Adachi, keeps vanishing every now and again.
Also the rest of him. But damn, that ass.
Ass.
I could bounce a quarter off.
Back it up. Damn it, we're continuing the same chat from last time. Continuity.
Get into character. Get into character. I'm having a Stanislavski moment. No, I'm really not.
Okay. I figure he's probably slacking off around Juness whenever he does.
Maybe he suspects the television.
If you see him hanging around when you're at Juness, he's probably goofing around. So if you see Adachi at Juness, tell him off for me, okay?
Okay, on the one hand, I'm not really part of the whole ACAB thing. I have known some people who had a badge who were genuinely trying to do good from within the system. On the other hand, I'm a 17-year-old kid, and this is an opportunity to tell off a cop.
That's gonna feel really good. You better listen to me because you know who my uncle is.
There would be a temptation there. You know, not all of my moments are noble.
You remember that you've seen Adachi in the food court before. The next time you go to Juness, you should be on the lookout for Adachi.
And tell him what my mother's younger brother, and that about sums it up, thinks of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adachi didn't do nothing. Well, he did vomit in a bush, which was very funny.
Poor guy.
I feel bad for him.
I should try to be friends with Adachi, too. He probably needs a friend.
He probably has no friends. I mean, you can't count Dojima. That's just his mask. No!
He's just all about that ass. All right, saving. Where do I save?
The calendar there above the phone.
All right, saving.
Recommend saving. Yep, one down.
Save complete.
So you want to hang with Dojima tonight? Seems like a good way to end the evening.
Yeah, I think I will, actually.
When it comes to Dojima and Nanako, the way that their availability works is they're basically alternate. If Dojima isn't home, then Nanako is available. And if he is home, then he's available. Dojima will be away from home a lot if the investigation is heating up, i.e. someone is missing, like when Yukiko was missing before. If you rescue someone, then Dojima is going to be home more because the investigation has cooled off, and then you can hang with him again.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, again, to say we got off on a rocky start is an understatement.
Yeah.
He made it very clear in that first meeting, yeah, I'm family with your mom, not with you.
That's not what he was trying to communicate. He did say when you first arrived at the house that he wants you to feel at home here.
Yeah, but that's about the house, not about him.
Okay.
But since that point, he's been turning it around.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to honor that.
Hey, Coyote. How's it going? He looks exhausted.
Well, all of my friends are going through rough times. And I mean, you know why I'm here, so when I've got the easy life, what the hell does that say about what everybody else is going through? And that's not even counting, you know, this whole television thing. What television thing? Oh, I watch too much of it. That's it. I'm trying to cut down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, maybe that wasn't the right line. He's trying to figure out how to communicate with the youths.
He's there like, no, I have an appreciation for the youths. I used to be a youth until time moved in.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. You don't have to try lines with me. You know, we can actually just talk.
Dojima is struggling to find the right words. I don't consider myself an old man yet, but when it comes to high schoolers, I don't know what to talk about. You can't communicate well with Dojima.
Well, ironically, you know how teenagers a lot of times will say, I can't talk to you about my problems, you wouldn't understand?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I cannot talk to him about my problems.
Mm-hmm.
He would not understand.
Yeah, he would not comprehend. You can't communicate well with Dojima.
Yeah, ADF points out he's a single dad, though Nanako is really a sweetheart. I wonder if he feels frustrated about having another minor to take care of. or probably that he really can't spare spoons for the kids with the job. I think all of the above.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then add that to the combination of the guilt he feels from that, the obligation towards his daughter. And of course, I mean, last I heard throughout Japan, having dads who almost never see their family because they're always working, it's a very common problem.
Yeah. If your expression was at the level of eloquent, you'd be able to carry on a conversation.
Oh, just rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, you need to level up your expression. Well, the good news is you were just at Drama Club, and Drama Club helps you do exactly that, so keep doing Drama Club.
Yeah, Laughing Gremlin says, babies? I was one of those. Yeah, me too. It was very traumatic when I was born. I was held upside down naked in front of a group of masked strangers and then smacked.
That's very strange. Do you have any books? You might have got a book on expression and forgot about it. It's possible.
Oh, where do I check for that?
Head upstairs to your bedroom. You press A to go upstairs. I know.
I kept wanting to run up the stairs.
Nah, they don't. They're fake. Ah, GA called you. Hello, it's GA. Do you have any plans for tomorrow? Yes. Adachi-related plans. Hey, Dojima, do you have games on your phone? Yeah.
Tetris. We could bond over Tetris. He totally strikes me as a Tetris kind of guy.
Why don't we go into the TV? No, GA. No. Down, girl.
Grabs the spritzer. Bad, GA. Bad.
Spritz. You know, training.
I do want to train with her, but I've got other stuff.
GA hung up. On the note of training. Without waiting for an answer.
Wow. Just, I sense she's either very rushed or very frustrated. Even on, she's just knocking on my door in like 5 minutes. Hey, I ran all the way here.
That would not be terribly out of character for her. You thought about exploring the TV world tomorrow. Did I, narration? Or did you put thoughts in my head? You don't put thoughts in my head!
You don't know me! You don't know what I've been through! And then he just dejectedly puts up his phone.
Alright, try interacting with the couch. The sofa, I mean. Press A. That's how you interact. A sofa suitable for reading on. You have a book right now.
What is my book?
Let's take a look. Read. You can back out if you decide you don't want to do this. There's The Lovely Man. Press the X button to show information about it. The Amazing Khan Saga. Reading it may raise your courage. Well, you do need to raise your courage.
I do need to raise courage.
You may want to read that tonight.
Okay, and the other one?
You've already completed.
I've already completed.
That one's Expert Study Methods, which lets you get more knowledge points by studying at home.
That's right. And I wanted to do that one first for, well, obvious reasons.
Yeah. And you did well on the exam. At least I think you did. We'll get the results soon.
Well, all right. I'm definitely going to do The Lovely Man. Take that as you will, because I need the courage that comes from that.
Yes.
Take that as you will.
Read The Lovely Man? Yes.
Yes, indeedy.
You begin reading The Lovely Man.
I wonder if that's a real book. I wonder if I can find a book called The Lovely Man, translated from Japanese, and it's somehow about Genghis Khan.
What's,
Now I want to know.
Let's put a pin in that. Every chapter begins with, all men have the great spirit of masculinity within themselves. Trans
men are real men. They have the great spirit of masculinity within themselves.
ADV says, I just want to point out that Chie is extremely dangerous. Being a short gal, a low kick, or a hip throw is more dangerous against a heavier target, which is basically everyone.
Yeah.
I hear that from a short gal who I know in real life on regular occasion.
I know, she's tiny.
Small, itty-bitty. Good thing that she isn't watching, though.
Yeah, she will never see this, so we are safe.
Yep. But the spirit of true manhood transcends space and time, and all people of all cultures and genders feel its call. That's very funny.
Okay.
I like the idea that the spirit of true manhood transcends gender. That's very funny.
Yeah. So I guess all of us, kind of spiritually, all of us are trans men. Even the cis men are trans men. And you know what? That's kind of cool.
That's okay, I guess.
I belong! Yeah, but ages ago when I was a student teacher at my dojo, I was teaching the basics class, mostly kids. And one of the things that I always pointed out was, yeah, the power, it comes from your hip. Or as my sensei says, as our sensei says, your strength comes from your booty.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, you must learn how to put your hip into everything you do and use your lower body. Ladies, you've got this.
Mm-hmm. True manliness is Nanako handling a torque wrench. You feel more like a real man than ever before.
Okay, then. Although in my heart of hearts, I still think that the Persona games should have the option to have either a male or female protagonist.
Persona 3 Portable did that.
That is awesome. But keep all of the keep all of the text like this the same.
They did not do that. They rewrote most of the text. Which,
well, with your interactions with people, yes.
Yeah.
But the books...
The books should stay the same.
And the results, keep that exactly the same.
Yep. There's still some pages of The Lovely Man left. Yeah, you can only read one chapter at a time right now. Later you can get a book called Expert Speed Reading, which when finished allows you to read 2 chapters in one sitting.
That is awesome. The nanosecond I get that, I'm reading it.
Yep.
But yeah, see, this might seem like he's just a slow reader. Actually, what that is he is a very careful reader, and he is just devouring every word.
Mm-hmm.
You know those books are full of notes by the time he's done.
Yeah. You decide to save them to read next time.
Yeah, my head is tired. My brain is full. Friday 13th, awesome!
Ooh. Wow, what a day to meet Adachi at Juness and scold him. Friday the 13th.
Churchill FM would be pleased.
Classes have ended for today. Go save at the Butterfly.
I have no choice but to wait for another rainy night.
You recall taking your part-time job at the daycare center. You can get there for the bus stop at the shopping district. Yeah, we're not doing that right now. Additional chapter, attain the swiftness of a coursing river, acquire the force of a great typhoon, build the strength of a raging fire, defy physics like an anime cartoon!
Man, I have to get right up on that butterfly to save.
Yep. Alright, so to fast travel, by the way, you can press the X button to open the travel menu.
Ooh, nice.
And select Go into Town. Then you can select Juness.
Juness Department Store.
Mm-hmm. And there he is, the slacker himself.
Also, the ladies to the right also seem kind of familiar a little bit.
Yeah, one of them lives in your neighborhood.
Okay.
They're just NPCs, though. One of them sells seeds for a garden that you don't have yet.
Oh, is that the one with the hat and the boots?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
She's a gardener. She also has gardening gloves on.
Yeah. Hey, Adachi. I get to tell you what my mother's younger brother said to tell you. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that. He's probably just a troubled guy, and he's having some problems. I think everybody could be helped.
Oh.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
It is. She sells seed shells for the seed floor.
Well done at 80 feet. What's the matter? Can I help you? What are you doing? Dojima sent me.
Trying to get into character here.
Hit him with the Dojima sent me. You know you want to.
I do want to. It'd be great if I could say, so, what are you doing? And then also hit him with the Dojima sent me later.
Yeah.
But I probably don't get to do that. That's not how the branching conversation
Yeah, you got to choose one or the other, so.
So Dojima sent me.
Really? Dojima-san?
Yeah, you should be terrified. He looked pissed. There was like smoke coming from his ears and everything. I'd really be scared if I were you.
Well, obviously, I'm working here. It's easy to investigate here with all the people around.
Yeah, okay. So, how many of the ladies have you investigated so far?
It's cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It's a pretty good place to...
Oops.
Yeah, I think I've said enough.
Uh-huh. Gotta investigate them gals, huh, Adachi?
It seems Adachi is slacking off.
Oh, does it? I couldn't tell. Yeah, but, he's keeping... I feel like he's keeping an eye out for the ladies here. I'm working. There's so many people here that I can investigate.
I'll hang out with you too. That's all I came to ask. Yeah, hang out with him.
I am so gonna hang out with him.
Oh? That's a little strange. None of my other adult friends think it's weird. What? What? What are you doing here? Killing time? Tough to do out here in the sticks, isn't it? There's nothing here.
No, I have friends. It's good. I just wanted to hang out with you for a while.
It's not like the city at all.
Oh, I don't know. There's streets, there's buildings, there's people that are found hanging from, telephone poles. It's pretty much like the city, just a little smaller.
You can say that again, or it's not so bad.
I'm gonna go with it's not so bad.
Oh, yeah?
Oh? But you're from the city too, right?
Yeah, I was before my parents plopped me on a virtual stranger to go and have a party.
Yeah.
In Europe.
You'll find out soon enough. This town really is dead.
Well, some of the people are.
Get this. My first assignment here was tracking down a cat.
Oh man, you should see some of my side quests. I empathize. See, that's the problem. Adachi's just tired of all these damn side quests. ADF is like, fear not, friend Adachi. Terror can be found in any location. You don't need to worry about horrifying things happening to you, even out here. Slow grin.
Slowly grins like Igor. My suit got so dirty, and they wouldn't let me expense the dry cleaning bill.
Okay, that does seem a little foolish on
Yeah, it's not fair.
I mean, that was blatantly in the line of duty.
Next, I played peacekeeper in a spat some married couple was having. I can't believe they've got the police doing that stuff.
See, that covers so many possibilities. Because that could be literally anything from, a pair of 60-year-old marrieds going on about how, and the fettuccine was too salty. You wouldn't know too salty if it bit you in the ass. You wouldn't know. You haven't touched my ass in 30 years. Or it might be like, a pair of 20 to 30-year-olds who are, like, holding each other off with kitchen knives. Like, make a move. It would both be summarized the same way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a domestic disturbance. Yeah, cops hate that.
Adachi seems unsatisfied with country life. But it's been more dangerous lately, so I can't kick back.
Okay, sounds like we're a little more into salty fettuccine territory for the domestic disturbance.
There's that one case, It's still not solved yet.
Well, I don't know about Japan, but in the United States, statistically, only 2/3 of murders ever get solved. So, maybe it never will be. By the police. What?
The higher-ups don't know what to do. They keep changing procedure on the fly.
Oh, I hate that.
Sorry.
Oops, I hope I'm not making you nervous.
No, you're fine.
You guys have nothing to worry about, Us police are on the job.
Yep, last time that I had a run-in with the police being on the job, me and one of my best friends almost got sent to juvie. For, it wasn't even a prank. It was just a moment of carelessness. Literally, if my mother's younger brother, and that about sums it up, had not been a cop, I would be behind bars right now.
Yeah.
Because I was standing near someone who happened to have in his possession a pair of, what were they? Were they real swords or
replica?
Replica swords, not even real katana.
Yep.
So, yeah, good to know. Good to know the police are on the job, Adachi. ADF's all like, yo, Adachi, that lady over there sells plants. You want to help me investigate these nuts?
Gremlin, there's nothing to worry about. The police are on the job. I thought you said there was nothing to worry about.
Make up your mind.
Yeah, make up your mind. You sense that Adachi cares for you.
Aw, that's sweet.
You feel you understand Adachi a bit more.
Awesome.
Social link, go! Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. It brings thee closer to the truth. Thou shalt be blessed with creating personas of the Jester Arcana.
Oh, neat.
It is also the number 0, just like the 4.
Oh, so, yeah, that's also a 0 in the Major Arcana.
Mm-hmm. You've established the Toru Adachi social link of the Jester Arcana.
Nice.
You may earn an EXP bonus when fusing personas of the Jester Arcana.
How often am I going to find Jester Arcana?
You will quite a bit soon. It's just as prominent as any other Arcana.
Okay, cool. And by the way, if you guys like what we've been doing so far, feel free to hit that thumbs up at the bottom of the screen. If you don't, what is wrong with you? But regardless, but go ahead and hit a thumbs down. You won't hurt my feelings, I promise, but regardless, feel free to leave a comment on anything that you particularly liked or that you think we could do better. All you're going to be doing is helping us do a better job.
Yeah, we welcome all feedback. Adachi, well, time for me to get back to work. He hides. Old woman walks by. Fails to see him standing, obviously hovering out from your silhouette. Whew, that was close.
Was that your mom?
He just hid from an old lady.
Because it seems like a lot of the people I know are having problems with their parents these days.
Adachi doesn't seem to want to see that old woman. Or be seen by that old woman, to be more specific.
Probably his mom.
See ya.
I better go. You hurry on home, too. Don't tell Dojima-san I was in Juneteenth, okay?
Oh, now I'm his accomplice.
You watched Adachi go back to work, then went home.
Work, so that's what they call it.
Uh-huh.
He's scoping out the femmes. I feel confident in this.
Young men recklessly riding their motorcycles, disturbing the peace of a quiet rural town.
Oh, a follow-up on what we heard about biker gangs recently.
Those maverick renegades. Ya wild kids, ya.
Our special report took a turn for the violent when one of the apparent leaders attacked the camera crew.
Okay, well.
It's interesting.
Yeah, usually, most organizations know to leave the press alone.
Mm-hmm.
The hell are you punks doing here?
It's a very poorly censored face there.
Yeah. We have technically done our duty.
Oh, that reminds me. Recent AI tools can 100% reverse engineer blurring like that and give a perfectly crystal clear version of the original picture. So,
Well, that should make the next few years interesting.
same thing with mosaic censorship, as in the pixelated blur that they like to do. That can also be 100% flawlessly reverse engineered. So,
Well, it's all just math.
yep. That voice, says Dojima. And also, you know, sing a show, get bent!
I wonder if I met him on the street, could I ever identify him?
Surely not. They've done such an excellent job censoring him.
I think you're right, and don't call me Shirley. But I'm...
Same old tricks.
I did not say perverse engineered, I said reverse engineered. But I mean, yeah, technically you could use that to unblur nudity that's been censored on TV or what have you. But I was mainly thinking about the censored for to protect their identity and the innocent crap that the news is supposed to be doing, like here. And yeah, it doesn't protect their identity at all in the current age, which is unsettling. That was my main point.
Like I say, it's going to make certain aspects of being a witness frickin' fascinating for the next few years.
Oh yeah.
As you know, there's somebody working on finding a blur that can't be reversed, and then people will reverse that.
Yeah, it'd be the same kind of arms race with like computer viruses and antivirus detection software and stuff like that.
It's the same basic principle.
Do you know him, Dad?
Well, I know him through work.
That's not good. That means he's been to the police station a few times at least.
Yeah, he's another fact.
And there's the old black rectangle censorship. Now, the black rectangle is actually more effective, but it needs to be a pretty darn big black rectangle.
Yeah.
If you're just, like, narrowly covering the eyes or something, I mean, the AI can't actually reconstruct their eyes, but that's still just not enough coverage to be useful.
Yeah, you need to just black out the entire face.
Yeah.
At least the face.
If you black out at least the entire face, then you're much closer to protecting their actual identity.
Ideally, you would just have a thick blackout of the entire silhouette.
Yep.
And, maybe like an inch or two out to the side to make sure.
The tech exists now that we could, in fact, have high-tech censorship that could apply a black silhouette over video footage of a person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just, like I say, you don't want to follow the silhouette too perfectly. I mean, who's that Pokemon's been training us to see that stuff for years?
It's the murderer.
Or it's the witness. Now he can be found.
His name's Kanji Tatsumi. He's quite a handful. He's been crushing biker gangs in the area since middle school.
Now that's interesting. He's been crushing biker gangs in the area. Last we heard, he was supposed to be some hotshot member of the gang. At least that's what the school's rumors were.
Well, and that's what the news tried to claim as well.
That's true.
About how he was like a gang leader. Maybe Dojima means that he's in a biker gang and he's just crushing it. But I don't get that impression.
That's not what he means, no. Black participates. It's Pikachu!
But I thought he got into a high school and started attending class.
Nautico is fairly unimpressed with this information.
Blur sure is pointless. It's completely obvious who it is.
Exactly, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, the news agencies out here totally suck.
Yeah.
They have no sense of responsibility and every sense of getting clicks and eyeballs.
Like the exploitative report they did on Yukiko before.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to set somebody on fire on her behalf there. I mean, God, that was creepy.
The guy's family runs a historic textile shop. I think what happened was he crushed the local bikers all by himself because the noise kept his mother up at night.
Oh, well, again, that's very different than what the news agency was portraying. Why didn't they do that story?
It's a nice gesture, but he's way too violent. At this rate, his mother will have to apologize again.
Oh, the weather report's showing on the bottom. It's going to rain tomorrow.
Oh,
Rain. You know what that means.
Rain, you say?
Make sure to hang the laundry inside the house.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
The laundry.
I'm,
We're only discussing the laundry.
I have a laundry brain.
That newsroom is run by J. Jonah Jameson and Rita Skeeter. Oh my god!
There's a combination.
The world's worst power couple.
Wow, I did not need to envision that, but here we are.
Yep.
It's Saturday, the 14th.
Whoa, it started raining. I guess the weather report was right.
Yarp.
That means the show's probably going to be on tonight.
Yep.
I hope we don't see anyone.
Yarp.
Yeah, that'd be best. can point us toward the killer.
Yeah, we could potentially make the best of a bad situation that way. Yukiko, you are so cute.
Well, everyone, don't forget to check your TV tonight.
Chie, I want to spar with you.
Got it?
Although I could handle you being a little less bossy.
It seems to be another rainy night.
One more rainy night.
What will you see on the Midnight Channel tonight?
Hopefully nothing, because nobody ever has problems in Inaba ever, 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 ever.
Jumps all the way to evening. Just stole your day from you. It's not fair.
I'm just kind of blinking. Sometimes I'm a time god, and sometimes I am time's unwilling plaything. I was at my desk just a moment ago. Nanako, has this ever happened to you?
On the note of sometimes being a time god and sometimes being time's unwilling plaything, we really need to play In Stars and Time on this channel, because that is what the game is about.
Yeah, we do. Nanako, it's wonderful to be welcomed home.
Memento and or Donnie Darko. I don't get either of those.
Yeah, I have not been exposed to those medias.
Alright, well, you carry on without me. I need to run off and use the bathroom and get a drink. I'll be right back.
Righto. Okay. I will communicate with my cousin, who is rapidly becoming kind of my adopted sister, kinda. And she's all like, biker gangs, those words sound kind of cool together. Oh, man. Okay, Nanako, do me and your dad a favor. Wait until you're at least 16 before you run off and join a biker club, okay? Please. But that's not my problem. Alright, I'm going to save before anything else happens. Surely if there is one thing that Saints Row 2 has taught us, it is to save early and often. ADF says, do yourself a favor and take LG up on that. Donnie Darko's humor would be right up your alley. Laughing Gremlins are like, no, she needs to wait until she's 60 for that. Nothing catches my eye, but it's a full fridge and I'm a teenager. How is that possible? Okay, we had a full fridge like yesterday. Did we eat through all of that in one sit? Well, okay, yeah, there's 3 of us and one of them's a teenager, so yes. We literally did eat through everything there. Okay, fair enough.
I have a Pepsi, and also I'm back.
Yay!
Oh, this is unrelated to anything, but did you know, for many, many years, Pepsi has been the number 2 soft drink in the United States in terms of sales, right behind Coca-Cola. But it's fallen down to, like, I think 5 just this last year.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That is unexpected.
Pepsi is suddenly on a massive downturn of popularity. I think it's fine. I don't think it's especially better or worse than Coca-Cola. Soda is soda.
It's just, one of them is more sweet. The other one has a little bit more of a backbite. It just depends on what you're interested in, too.
Mm-hmm.
But
is Pepsi okay? Yeah, does the multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar corporation need a hug?
Yeah, somehow I think they'll be fine. So, alright.
It's been a while since it's rained through the night like this. I forgot you're waiting on me to read the narration, sorry.
No worries.
You should check out the Midnight Channel.
The Midnight Channel is sporting some looks.
Watch TV in your room.
Okay, remind me. Can I go out and do something
No.
at night and then come and watch TV? No, okay.
This is a scripted night for a story event, so you must only do this.
Okay.
There are times where Persona just puts a gun to the back of your head and says, you will do the story thing now.
But I want to do all the things.
It's raining tonight. Will something appear on TV?
I hope not. I love how he just throws the curtain closed. It's like, oh my god, I am so done with people getting murdered.
Oh, there's something on the TV.
Oh,
It's a silhouette. A figure appears.
Who's that Pokemon?
You will go where we want you to go. Exactly. It seems to be a man.
Well, I look like a man.
He looks like a high schooler. Well, then he's not a man. He's a boy. He's a little boy. I would have taken extreme offense to that when I was in high school.
Yeah. Don't say that near high schoolers.
Yeah, it's shitty behavior.
It really is.
Highly indulge in old person elitism in jest, never in sincerity.
Yeah. And it's like, all these, trying to get all these kids off my lawn.
Yeah.
It's like, in actuality, no, I think you should play more, and I want to hear you having fun.
Yes.
So, okay, if you can tell from his silhouette that he's a high schooler, you're good.
It's the collar of the jacket for the uniform that he's wearing. It matches your high school uniform.
Yeah, but he's wearing it kind of like a cape.
Yep.
And that hair, I wonder who it could be.
Right? Ellipses. The image is unfocused, and it's hard to tell who it is.
No, it isn't.
It really is not. Should you try calling Yosuke?
Yes.
Call Yosuke, or wait until tomorrow.
Oh, Yosuke.
Call Yosuke.
Talk to my broske.
Bullshit. Cop. Exactly.
Oh, it's you. I was just about to call your cell. So what do you think? That was a guy, wasn't it?
Yes, Yosuke, it was a guy.
That was a guy. So, I guess that means I'm gay now, right? Yosuke,
Dude.
You're really behind the information department, aren't you?
Dude, we will all love you no matter what.
I wish I could tell what he looked like.
I at least want to know if he's my type.
Moving forward.
Let's get together and talk more about it tomorrow.
Definitely. Oh, we'll dish.
Yeah,
we'll dish, girlfriend.
We will dish hard, man. We will dish hard on this guy.
You hung up.
Poor Yosuke got into the dump stat. Yeah, kind of. I can't argue with that, though. He has a good heart.
He's honestly not an idiot. He's just...
He's
a silly boy, but he's not an idiot.
Actually, thinking on it, it might be that wisdom was the dump stat.
Yep.
But that can catch up with time.
He's persistent, but he's just kind of clueless. He's a little clueless in a few ways. There are ways in which he is a teenage boy hippopotamus. That's not the right word. That's not a real word. He is a teenage boy hippopotamus to teenage boys.
Yeah. So he's short-sighted and likely to charge?
A little bit, yes. You decide to go to bed for tonight.
Yeah.
And dream of hippopotamus boys.
Hippopotami.
We will now hold a meeting on our investigation of the serial kidnapping/murder case here in...
All right, this marks the first official meeting of the investigation team in broad daylight in a public area. Hell yeah!
It's only now that I'm realizing the close parallels between this group and the Mystery Gang and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I am way behind.
Mm-hmm.
I am my own Yosuke.
Peeps have been making investigation team equals Mystery Gang jokes for many years. I can show you some wonderful memes later.
I want to see them. Yay, I'm caught up. I'm part of things. ADF says he's the Moodang of boys.
What's a Moodang?
I do not know. I will need some clarification. ADF, can you be there for us?
Dude, take a breath.
He's excited. I'm excited.
We're all excited. Chie, it's okay for somebody else to be in charge once in a while. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think she wears that jacket zipped up all the way so that she doesn't have to wear a uniform in school and nobody can tell.
Yeah. She only wears the skirt.
This place our special headquarters?
Yes, it's our special headquarters, Yukiko.
Yeah, I've probably said this before, but I also love that outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Just so good.
Yes, exactly. Nicely put, Yukiko.
Hell yeah.
On we go.
Special headquarters. It does have a nice ring to it.
And since our special headquarters is a food court, noms!
Oh yeah.
Anyways, as for what was on last night,
You can either say, did you watch last night, or who was that?
I know he watched last night. I want to know who it was.
Yeah.
I saw it too.
That little pygmy hippopotamus in Thailand, she's got this kind of blood for the blood god personality despite being a micro hippo, so she's a celebrity the internet means her a lot. Never heard of her before. Interesting.
Yet again, something else I have missed out on the current of our culture.
Yeah. Look that up later.
I couldn't get a good view of the person's face, but it was a guy, wasn't it?
Now, see, if I was someone who was inclined to unworthy and unclean thoughts, there's only a number of innuendos that I could be reading into this entire conversation. But fortunately, we are above such things.
You are pure.
I am so pure.
You told everyone that you saw someone who looked like a high schooler.
So that's how I looked on TV.
No, you looked a lot better, Yukiko.
Yep.
Honestly.
Wait a moment.
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Didn't all the victims have one thing in common? That they were females with ties to the first incident?
Yeah. Up until now, they've all been female.
And if you, on the Moodang hippo, if you search her on image search, every image on the first page is a small hippo, mouth open, it looks like frothing tiny rage. That sounds funny.
Yeah, okay, we need to check that out.
That's true, you could go. If this is a teenage boy, that breaks the pattern that we established with victims.
Which is weird because a serial killer, even if they have some of their victims survive, they generally stick to a very specific comfort zone.
Yeah, like, first victim was the announcer, Mayumi Yamano. Then Saki Konishi. And then the next attempted victim that we rescued was Yukiko Amagi.
Yeah.
So that's girl, girl, girl. And now the next victim, obviously, is Kanji Tatsumi that we saw on TV last night. That's a boy.
Yeah. I mean, not that we can tell at all who that was supposed to be.
Heaven knows we have no idea who that was, but clearly a boy.
It was Kanji. So.
It's Kanji. Yeah. It's Kanji, you moron. Oh.
So yeah, this is weird. You don't usually see a pattern break like this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he interfered. Maybe he saw something and tried to interfere with something, or will, I guess, since this is the Midnight Channel. So technically, maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe we can find this guy.
And if he says maybe he's got a feminine side that appeals to the moiterer, that's not impossible.
That is possible.
Also, well done sidestepping the filter on YouTube chat by saying moiterer. I salute you.
that's what we thought. But we still don't know who exactly we saw.
I'm pretty sure that shoulders that broad don't come on women, but, you know, that's not exactly my field of expertise or anything, but...
I mean, again, you never know.
Yeah.
Even if masculinity can...
transcend space and time.
And gender. And so can femininity.
That's true.
So really, what it basically comes down to, and I think it was recently even affirmed in a court ruling, legally, we are all women.
If he also, broad has two meanings, eyebrows. That's great.
In my case, the image on the Midnight Channel changed after I was kidnapped.
correct.
You could say that, yes.
By changed, you mean we got a whole embarrassing program ad instead of the blurry.
Yeah, we're not going to dwell on that, and we're going to be glad that by some twisted miracle, apparently high school isn't either.
Yeah.
I guess just not a lot of people saw that episode.
Yeah, it was just a very small minority of people who were even doing that weird rumor anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky Yukiko wasn't being roasted on a social spit after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the screen got clear all of a sudden, and the program looked like some low-budget TV show. Come to think of it, maybe Teddy was right. Maybe we were seeing the other Yukiko from that world.
Oh, Yosuke.
Well, I mean, it clearly wasn't Yukiko who was performing that, so yeah, I think it was Shadow.
I am patting you on your head as gently as I possibly can.
Look at his hair, he's a golden retriever. Be nice. He's just happy to be part of things.
Yeah, fair. But I mean, okay, you're sitting next to Yukiko. Do you think that the Yukiko that you were sitting next to was performing that? No. Kanji! Kanji! Sorry.
Kanji.
Something in my throat.
Isn't inside the TV yet?
Correct.
We might be able to go to him and warn him. All we have to do is find this guy who's accustomed to solving his problems with adults with tremendous amounts of violence and say, hey, we think that someone is going to try to kill you by bodily overpowering you and shoving you into a pocket dimension that you can only reach through a functional television screen. Why are the rest of you looking at me like that?
If so, then...
He's still safe for now. He's already kidnapped.
I'm thinking he's still safe for now.
Yep.
I think that's safe to assume. If we can figure out who he is, can we prevent him from being taken?
Maybe we could.
And if all goes well, we might catch the killer in the bargain.
Okay, I was with you until catch the killer in the bargain, because odds are this is a person who is showing the patience of at least a young adult.
Mm-hmm.
Not an older adult, but a young adult, and is overpowering people and attacking them in the physical world where we do not have access to magic powers. I'm a little reluctant to go up against a serial murderer who murders women traditionally in a serial fashion and has decided he is ready to take on Kanji. looks at Chie. You realize if this goes down, you're basically carrying the team, right?
Yeah, she's really the only one who could seriously kick ass outside of the TV world, so...
I mean, I think I can hold my own against a fellow teen, but our companions would do well to knock the skin off of a cup of old milk, so it's going to be up to you.
Yeah, Chie, kick the Moidera right in the mouth.
Yeah, get them kicks going. The power is in your booty.
To do that, we need to know who the latest Midnight Channel star is.
It's Kanji!
I hate to say it, but I guess we'll have to wait another night and see what happens.
Collective facepalm.
And that hollow coconut-like sound is the sound of my character smacking his forehead into the table again and again and again. Literally, my mother's younger brother identified him first and last name and said where we could find him.
Yep, his family's textile shop. Let's go there now.
It's a place of fine repute. It'll be easy to find in a town like this. We could go there now. We could walk quickly.
Chia, you have deductions? Please help.
Please
raise the collective IQ of the table.
Please tell me you're with me on this.
Though the image was hard to make out, and we can't say for sure who it was definitely a young male.
Oh well. That was only all of Coyote's hopes and dreams.
Why? Well, everybody has their off days. Maybe this is just Chie's off day. I mean, Yosuke, no offense, we all love him, but I kind of look at him and think to myself, well, at least you're pretty. Chie, this is genuinely a disappointment.
But if that's the case, it goes entirely against our prior assumption.
Correct.
Since we cannot identify the person at this time,
Kanji!
no choice but to wait and see what happens.
I have an owie right here between my eyes.
I do most days.
That's exactly what we just said.
Yes. But she summarized it, Yosuke, in a catchy fashion.
Also, she's cuter than you are.
Oh, yeah, that kind of sinks you, Yosuke, sorry.
And I love Yukiko's giggles.
Yes.
And laughing, Gremlin, meanwhile, is enjoying my pain. He's watching as my fears for the future grow. I'm like, oh. ADF says, I mean, it's deductive reasoning. Only you has been confirmed to see the other guy, colorized circa 2004, and never actually told anyone he saw the guy on TV, so maybe it's our fault. No, it's the children's fault.
Yep.
Okay, moments like this, I really love Yuki.
Yes. She would be such a joy to have in any friend circle, seriously.
Yeah, I love it when she gets the giggles. I don't care the occasion, the place, or the time. I would never be embarrassed by her giggles.
Yeah.
Not ever. Oh man, she bonked her elbow and she can't stop laughing. Yep. Hey, you put the quarter into the jukebox, you listen to the whole song.
Sorry.
Don't ever be sorry.
This is how Yukiko really is, huh? Who'd have thought?
And ADFE is like, I believe that children aren't the future. Watch our soil dry to better clay. Watch our hopes and dreams just rot away.
Oh, that's a song.
It is.
By the way, about that guy we saw, I get the feeling I've seen him before.
You think?
Pretty recently, too.
I don't know if the mic properly reflects just how loud that was. That kind of shook me.
You are all so close. You are so close. Just finish the thought.
While ADP is praising your singing while I'm cringing horribly from your cries of pain right in my ear. The singing was great, and then no, it's okay. It sounded great on the mic. Just so you know, I'm bothering that. You sounded good.
Thank you all. But yeah, Yosuke apparently has been thinking the same thing since last night.
Come on, guys.
You can do it.
Deductive reasoning.
You can put it together. Just connect the dots.
Well, let's check the TV again tonight and think about it more tomorrow.
Damn it! Guys, you need to stop killing Coyote's brain. He's starting to really hurt my ears.
Okay, if I had the skills to do like mods, I would be so part of like every modding community, and I would have a mod if necessary. I would hack just so that there would be an option at this point in the dialogues for you could either say nothing, or you could say, and I quote, "Guys, it's fucking kanji."
Yeah, but I mean, there's no voice dialogue that could accompany them responding to that, so that really wouldn't be possible.
Oh, I just slice it in from something else.
That wouldn't
it'd be fine, just a jumble.
That would derail the entire flow of the narrative, I think.
I don't care!
It'd be a gif of Darth Sidious being deformed by Force Lightning. Exactly what I was thinking. And Gremlin points out, last week was Goblin mode, tonight is Banshee mode. Yeah, that's basically summing it up, yeah.
They're my friends. Why do they hurt me?
And then Yukiko giggle more. Thank you. Makes it a little better.
When are you gonna stop that, you crazy hyena?
Don't you step on our Yukiko.
Yeah. She made it worse. Oh, heavens.
Yay.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hey, Dojima.
By the way, I think you're going to be busy the next few days.
Practicing for a hernia. I just thought I should let you know, Uncle, you're going to be busy for the next few days.
Yeah. How do you know that? Nothing.
I've got a feeling. For real, though, Yukiko is an angel. Yes, love her. Go save.
She is. I mean, I've seen little snippets of this game here and there, and coming into this game, I kind of had an idea of, who, because you don't have to pick a romantic interest for your character.
Yeah, you can go stag the whole game.
But it's kind of traditional that you do.
Yep.
And initially, I kind of had an idea of who I wanted to be with. But I will say, I mean, Yukiko is a treasure and a joy, and she is really, really tempting.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've said before, if I was going to date Yukiko, ideally, and the game does not support this, I would want to date Yukiko and Chie both, because I wouldn't feel right about separating them.
I mean, you're allowed to date them both, but they will not fucking thank you. The only way to do it is to be a two-timer.
I'm not willing
behind their backs.
No.
So don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not willing to do that.
Fun fact, her voice actress was Rei Ayanami in Evangelion, so she deserves karmic love and appreciation for everything awful that happens to Rei in Evangelion. I have not seen Evangelion. I probably never will.
I have seen Evangelion with one of the, 17 different endings.
There's so many freaking versions of that show / movie / show again.
Yeah, and
I don't even want to touch that mess.
It's really well done, but I found it ultimately incredibly unsatisfying.
You probably saw the "and then everyone clapped" ending, which was the one that the creator made out of sheer anger and spite. He was like, I will destroy my own art because this is apparently what you want, you fucking people. So,
that is exactly the one that I saw.
Yeah. The everyone clapped ending is deliberately god-awful, so if you hated it, good.
Yeah, it was basically, and the end truly does justify the means. The good guys were right, the bad guys were just being... The bad guys were right. The good guys were just being stupid to defy what the bad guys were doing because they were an authority, so they knew better. And ultimately, everything works out best because lawful evil is the way to be.
Yeah, that's what I've been given to understand through cultural osmosis. The everyone clapped ending basically is.
The everyone clapped ending sucks. And it is so bad, I honestly have no interest in seeing any of the other versions ever.
Even though probably the more you hate the everyone clapped ending, the more you'll appreciate the proper and correct ending.
Oh, I'm sure, but understand, I saw everything all the way through. I had no idea there was more than one ending.
Yeah.
I was emotionally invested in these characters all the way through. And then I saw that, and
a total rug pull of an ending, yeah.
And I wanted to throw the TV across the room.
Yeah,
that
an
was
important
just
thing to
so
remember from
gross.
everything that I've been told is that the creator basically lost his mind. Okay, he didn't lose his mind, but he had like an existential crisis partway through making the show, and that's why it started to take a much more serious and self-critical tone for a while. And then apparently he got a lot of pushback and harsh criticism for going in that far more interesting, daring, and bold direction.
Which I like.
So he said, fine, fuck you people, here's the ending you apparently want. And that was the everyone claps. At least that's what I get the idea of. Yeah, he was suffering absolutely awful levels of depression. Yeah. Evangelion for one crack is no longer enough. Reality is for people who can't face Evangelion. Yeah, these all line up with things I've heard about the show.
Yeah,
Probably will never watch it, but I have a decent idea of the basic format, I think.
So well done. Would the
All right.
people would just let artists frickin' art.
This is another night where you cannot do anything other than go upstairs and watch your TV.
Can I talk with my mother's younger brother?
I mean, you can briefly, but you can't actually social link with him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still going to talk with him because he
Sure.
reached out.
It's a bad influence on Nanako. The biker gangs.
Dude, she's into bikes.
Okay, so my brain just conjured up the image of like a 23-year-old Nanako in biker leathers hanging out with a bunch of cool biker dudes, and I kind of love that.
Yeah, bold of you to think she'd wait until she was 20. Yeah, she's all like, biker gangs, those words sound kind of cool together.
Nanako is going to learn to throw bikers who disrespect her.
Yeah, she will. She absolutely will, man.
GA will teach her the galactic punt.
Yeah.
It's raining tonight.
It is. We're all wet.
You should check out the Midnight Channel.
I totally should.
Gremlin mentions about the Evangelion creator. He got married, and the newer Evangelion works he put out are far more cheerful. If he ever went to therapy, he could just hand the series to his therapist for background.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah.
But I feel like most authors could do that. They're just like, okay, well, here's what I've written. You know, I'll make an appointment for a month or two from now, and then you can get back to me.
It's raining tonight.
It is. Everything's wet and dripping.
And will something appear on TV?
With water. And I just throw the curtains closed.
You fucking diss the curtain as you go.
I am so done with this.
The silhouette is now punching at the air. A figure appeared. Shadow boxing.
Ba-da-ba-ps. The image is
unfocused.
That doesn't seem unfocused to me.
It's a little unfocused, but
I mean, there's static.
Yeah.
It's kanji, people.
But you feel like you've seen him before.
Yeah, but his eyes were blurred, so I couldn't tell.
Wee bop bop boop.
Did you see that?
Sure did. It might be Kanji Tatsumi!
Thank you!
Finally saved
Thank
Kanji,
you!
you moron.
Oh
You've been
my
waiting for a
God!
dialogue option to say the words, it's Kanji, you moron, all day.
I think it's Kanji Tatsumi.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, we're all on the same page.
Okay. Awesome. Far out, solid, and right on. Okay, what are we
I
doing?
know I saw him somewhere. It was on TV. He was on that special news report.
Yes. Yes, he was. Now we go to save lives.
You is letting Yosuke down gently.
He's one scary dude. He was even yelling at the camera to get bent.
I know, such language, right? I was
Yeah.
clutching my pearls for hours after that. Yosuke, you're such a good boy. Okay. Moving on.
All right, so we finally have a lead. Let's all get together tomorrow.
Oh man, that reminds me. I saw a screenshot of a text interaction between a guy and his lady that every comment was just, dude is so cooked, dude is utterly whipped, dude is completely broken, because he opens the conversation with her with, I think we should break up. And she just responds, no. And he responds, okay. And she responds, who's a good boy? And he says, me.
Maybe he's into it.
Maybe, but holy shit!
Yeah. ADF is pointing out, wow, that news report was like the day before the Midnight Channel special, and Yosuke did not connect those dots the next day.
Yeah, I believe it was the same evening that it was the Biker Gangs in Your Neighborhood broadcast, and then hours later, Midnight Channel.
Yeah, I think
Deductive
it was.
Logic Resurrection. Yosuke did see evidence and did not connect the dots. Poor kid.
He's such a good boy. All right, focusing.
I almost forgot. It's kind of off subject, but...
My gosh, here it comes.
Mind if I ask something?
You can always ask.
It's something I've been meaning to ask for a while.
This is the moment.
This is what we've been waiting for.
It's happening.
The moment of truth. Here we go. I'm taking a deep breath.
So, what do you think about Yukiko and Chie? I mean, let's not mince words. Which one's your type?
Not what I was expecting.
I knew what to expect because I've played this before. Chie, you could go both, neither.
Both.
You told Yosuke that you don't have a particular preference in girls.
No, I distinctly did not.
Yeah, I hate that that's what the game takes from both. Your understanding has increased. Okay, sure.
How... I don't feel like my understanding increased.
I think it decreased, actually. This feels like a cultural gap here.
Yeah.
Seriously? Well, you get a better chance that way.
Okay.
Hey, but don't worry. This is just between you and me.
Well, you know, if that ends up being the case, my hat's off to him.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
I believe so, yeah. I don't think anything ever comes of this with the other girls. He keeps this between bros.
Yeah. ADF's like, understanding the long game.
Yeah. You don't understand, Yosuke. I've already mapped out the polycule.
Yeah.
You won't even believe where you fit in.
The one who was on last night. It's that guy, right?
As opposed to the other guy, yes.
Kanji Tatsumi, huh? He definitely didn't look like the social type.
Now there's an understatement. Isn't he really scary? Did you see the news special the other day?
Yeah, I saw it.
You mean the special on biker gangs? I watched it too.
Well, we only have like 2 channels, and one of them covers nothing but sports.
It wasn't like that when he was younger, though.
Oh, you knew it?
You know him, Yukiko?
Not the tone of voice I would have chosen, but carry on.
But we haven't talked to each other in a long time.
I often forget that Yukiko and Kanji had a history. Not like that, but that they knew each other when they were kids.
Lived theirs for many years.
Through
Sorry.
their parents.
Yeah, through the parents.
So I speak with Kanji-kun's mother from time to time. Oh, why don't we go there now? We might be able to talk to him in person.
Okay, that's a great idea, actually.
See, he's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man!
Okay, guys, now this is the point where we need to have a serious talk about what are we going to say when we get there. Because if we just start stammering about television worlds and teddy bears and stuff,
Yeah,
it's going to be a disaster.
you
So
gotta pick our words
carefully.
yes.
So we're all reasonably responsible and mature emerging adults, so we're going to map this out ahead of time, right?
Sounds good. At the very least, we can ask if anything strange has come up lately.
That's good. Have you noticed anything?
I wouldn't want to run into him in a dark alley, but I'm pretty sure he won't fly off the handle at his family's store.
Oh, you can handle him. Also, this is Not what I meant by mapping things out.
Alright, then let's get going.
Okay, so I guess no plan then.
ADFE is like, here's the pitch. Kanji, if you come with us, I will teach you how to hit on girls with 100% success. Kanji, girls! Melts to a puddle.
If things get rough, we're counting on you.
What? Are you kidding? If things get rough, I'm counting on you, Chie.
Chie, you are literally the only person here with real-world fighting training.
You have martial arts training.
Also, you've seen Enter the Dragon like a bazillion times.
That's basically the same thing as knowing how to fight.
We're counting on you. Yeah, I do like Chie and Yukiko both, but the more I actually play this, the more I'm leaning towards if it was just the two of them, and Polycule was not an option for whatever bizarre reason. Yukiko is awesome.
Fair enough. If I had to pick between the two, I'd pick Chie, but it's close.
Yeah, it's
You decided
really
to go
close.
to Kanji Tatsumi's house to have a chat with him. I mean, you could hide a katana in his pants. That's at least an intimidation factor. Yeah, the fact that they
True.
can perform Bugs Bunny-like magic pocket shenanigans with their weapons and their school uniforms. That is the laziest excuse ever. I kind of prefer that Persona 5 doesn't even make an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's when his persona activated, he gained the weapon concealment trait from the Highlander Immortals.
Hello.
There's someone up here.
Yuki-chan, it's so nice to see you.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Well then, if you'll excuse me, ma'am.
Ah, look, a slender young man.
Hello, slender young man. Interesting eye structure.
Sorry that I couldn't help more. It's all right. You've given me plenty to think about. Thank you.
Polite fellow, too.
Those pants. Want them, please, Slenderman. Tell me your secrets. Those are cool pants, I admit. What's up with him? Weirdo. Wow, Yosuke. Judge much?
Damn, yo.
He seemed pretty normal to me.
Seen him before. Yuki-chan, you're as lovely as always.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Your features are starting to remind me of your mother when she was young. How can I help you today? Are you out shopping with your friends?
Actually, we wanted to interrogate your son with no plan whatsoever.
Yep. We're really good at this.
Actually,
Oh, God, yeah. We don't even know how to start the conversation.
Yep.
Or even at... So good, guys. We are so good at this.
Yukiko. That's Coyote right now.
Kinda.
hey, this scarf. I've seen this somewhere before.
Yeah. That scarf.
Where was that?
Look, gang. A clue.
Oh, it was that place inside the TV!
She bellowed at the top of her lungs. In case
Yeah.
you needed a reminder that it's not Yosuke who's the Ryuji of this group. If you know Persona 5 dynamics, it's Chie.
Yeah, moments like this help to swing me more towards Yukiko. Chie, always have a place in my heart. I think she's awesome. But yeah, could you say that a little louder, Chie, for the people in the back?
That's right. That room with those faceless posters.
Thanks, Yosuke.
Like Scoob, it's like the Hells Angels. Sorry, reading the chat.
Yeah, my character you can't see because of the Broske's placement there, but he's just holding his face in both hands right now.
That room with those faceless posters. I mean, they're right, but don't be yelling that in front of Miss Tatsumi over there.
And meanwhile, she's just kneeling there like, kids today.
Yep.
It's that announcer's.
Are you acquaintances of Miss Yamano?
Remember back when I was saying we needed a plan to keep things from getting awkward? Well, here we are!
Well, kinda.
Oh, Yosuke, would you like a shovel to keep digging this deeper?
Did Ms. Yamano happen to have a scarf like this?
Yes, it was a special order she placed. She actually ordered a pair, but in the end, she said she only wanted the women's scarf.
Oh, ouch.
Yep, she ordered a pair, and then, of course, the affair that her husband was having with the announcer came out, and she was like, never mind, he doesn't need the scarf, just one for me, thanks.
Yeah. No blame.
Yep.
It left us with no choice but to sell this one separately.
Oof.
Oh man, there is a connection to the first case. What are we gonna do?
You should open your mouth a little wider next time, Chie.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets on Yukiko's case for making noise. Damn.
How should I know?
Parts sold separately as part of this good breakfast.
Hello? Delivery here for the Tatsumis.
Oh, I'll be right there.
I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me.
Not a problem.
Oh, it's okay. We should get going.
I should go.
Chie should definitely go. And Yo should probably go. Yukiko can always stay.
Is that so? Well then, please say hello to your mother for me.
It really is connected to the first case after all.
Yep.
But it's just a scarf. Would the killer target someone just because of that?
Such a good boy, folks. He's such a good boy. Look at him just staring at that scarf, brow furrowed with confusion, shuffling his feet back and forth, wagging his little tail furiously while he tries to puzzle this through.
Damn, what's going on? Come on, let's talk outside.
Yeah, there's nobody left to hear us inside.
Yeah, we need to find more people to eavesdrop on us. Heavens. These kids. Oh shit, there's Kanji.
Okay, guys, remember, we need a plan to keep things from getting awkward.
Quick, hide!
Yeah, good point. ADFE in the chat points out, I really liked Grandma Tatsumi's textile pattern robe. Cool detail that they specialize in pattern fabrics. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. It was very nice.
Anyway, hide, everybody, hide.
Yeah, that won't be suspicious at all. Or we could just stand here like normal people and I guess not.
Not fooling anyone, you know.
Thank you, Chie.
Shh, I can't hear what they're saying.
Such a good boy.
Y'all are really not detectives.
We're really not. And I'm tired of pretending that we are.
You eavesdropped on Kanji's conversation with the boy.
I mean, look at this. Just look at this. If you were either one of these two people, what would your thought be seeing these four kids just, oh yeah, let me just, don't mind us, we're just all across the street behind the newspaper vendor staring at you. ADF says, Kanji about to bully a Weasley. Oh
yeah,
no.
Run, Yosuke Weasley, run.
No, not a Weasley.
Tomorrow's fine with me. Huh? School? Of course I'm going to school.
And I mean, this is a really good first impression when it comes to, just showing that Kanji is not just this brick wall. As I'm like, I mean, he doesn't seem intimidated. He seems just kind of uncertain and really wanting to try to make things work, at least to my mind.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll meet you at the gates after school tomorrow.
Love that outfit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I also like kanjis.
Did he say he was interested?
Oh. See, I was making all these jokes about Yosuke. Maybe I should have saved him for kanji.
Ha.
And ADF's like, 4 kids? Well, that company was pretty dysfunctional. Maybe just a criticism of the 90s anime industry.
Kanjis are something we should know.
Don't hide who you are, man. Never hide who you are. Which reminds me, in addition to Juneteenth, happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yay! I went to a Pride after party with a few friends a while ago. It was pretty killer.
Awesome. Yeah, there's also going to be information, and it is already in the description for the Trevor Project.
Mm-hmm.
So if you or someone that you know is in a position where they're LGBTQIA+, but they're needing somebody to talk to online, or maybe even just not in a totally safe place, link is in the description. And if you can afford to send them any money, that link is also in the description. Every little bit helps.
Nice. 2 charities this stream. I'm down for it.
I'm down for it.
He's a guy. And I'm a guy, but he's interested in me?
Kanji, you're just going to have to come to terms with the fact that you're beautiful. And apparently you don't get told that often enough.
Huh? What the hell are you pricks looking at?
Yeah, definitely does not get told that he's beautiful often enough. Look at that response.
Oh, he's chasing us. He gave up.
That scared the hell out of me! He's even worse in person than on TV!
Oh my god, how domesticated can you get?
Ah.
No, he was offended that we were eavesdropping on a private discussion, as he had every right to be.
The one on TV last night was definitely Kanji-kun.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, and I just realized something.
That Kanji is beautiful?
Remember the common points we were talking about? His mom fits the pattern. She's a woman, and she knew Ms. Yamano.
Oh, man. Yeah, that hadn't even occurred to me.
Shit.
Yeah, and also, as ADF points out, he is absolutely rocking those shoes.
It was her son who appeared on TV. So what does that mean?
Well, we can't assume that we have all elements of the pattern down.
Yeah. His mother's a target. Kanji's a target. They're both targets. I don't know. Those are all options.
I don't know. We don't know yet, and we can't make assumptions yet. Thus far, the person who's been on the TV has been the target.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be that it's the person who's most photogenic who's adjacent to the person. I don't know. We don't know. It might be a geographical thing.
I don't know.
Well, this is all just speculation anyway.
Yeah. You know, I'd like to point out that it's ironic that the person that we came here to talk to is the person we ran away from. Just saying.
Oh, maybe it's similar to my case. If you think about it, my mother fit the victim profile more than I did.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He has the most expensive shoes we've seen in this game. Wow, I would not have noticed.
Yeah, I thought they were boots. I thought he had like a pair of cowboy boots, and I was like, I noticed them. I just didn't say anything. I was like, oh, those are some fine boots. I love those boots. But yeah, Yukiko also has a point.
She was the one who dealt directly with Miss Yamano, but
I was the one who was targeted. Does that mean it'll be the kid again instead of the mother?
Could be. Maybe the gender link has just been coincidental this whole time.
But if that's true, then the killer's motive makes no sense at all.
Only thus far.
It'd have nothing to do with silencing witnesses or revenge or anything.
Well, it might be it started out like this, and then they got a real taste for it. Maybe it helps them feel like a god.
You think we're on the wrong track? Maybe even the first case had nothing to do with grudges or revenge.
We got nothing. We got nothing. Yeah, like I say, I've osmosed a little bit of just bits of this story here and there, and the musical is part of what I kind of drew in.
Or is there some kind of secret?
And you've seen the anime, though it has been a good while.
It has been quite a while.
Yeah, I think that I exposed you to the anime like 4 years ago, maybe more than that. No, it's more than that. It was like 6 years ago at least. Time is fucking with me, dude.
And there was the Persona 3 anime as well.
Yeah, the Persona 3 movies. We never saw the last one. We should recap the first ones and then watch the final one.
Yeah, we need to do that. Poor Yosuke. He is totally lost. But he's a good boy.
But we can't ignore this.
No, we have to do something. I have an idea. That guy that we came here to talk to in the first place? What if we went and talked to him?
No way. That's preposterous.
Crazy talk.
Why don't we just go ahead
And then Chie actually makes your suggestion as well.
Yeah, okay, I guess it's a good idea when Chie says it. Of course, again, and these are one of the reasons that I like Chie. Chie also is smart, and I mean, she puts things together, and she's not afraid to make herself known.
Yosuke hurt himself in the confusion. Wow. Oof.
He scares the wits out of me, but
He scares the wits out of me, but
Plans with that weird kid a moment ago?
Yosuke, is really the whole way you're going to talk about that kid from now on just going to be, oh, that weird kid? What was so weird about him?
He was a snappy dresser and he was very formal. Is that weird? Really?
I mean, okay, if I was going to be snippy, since we're talking about attire, Yosuke, I'd be all like, yeah, this from a guy who walks around all day wearing earphones on his collar.
Hey, I spent all of high school wearing headphones around my head. So.
Did you then take that as an opportunity to get on other people's cases for their sense of fashion, though?
No.
Okay. That's why I'm dipping on Yosuke a little bit here.
Fair enough. If he doesn't even go here.
Something about meeting up at school? I heard he's been skipping school ever since the new year started. Doesn't that seem a little suspicious?
That's incredible. In Japan, apparently you can get away with skipping school for 2 straight frickin' months without, getting picked up by the cops.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if your whole future is hinging on how you do on the tests,
yeah,
then that kind of encapsulates its own punishment right there.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, something did seem weird.
I don't know, he struck me as just a dude who's struggling. And the way I hear it from my mother's younger brother, that about wraps it up. He only got into that first altercation back in middle school because he was trying to help out his mom.
Yeah.
So, can we please not prejudge a little bit? Please?
It's suspicious, all right. There's something funny going on here. I can sense it.
There's something gay going on here. I can sense it.
Yeah, never put your trust in gaydar, people. I don't know how many times I've pinged on somebody's gaydar over the years. Absolutely convinced that, not even bi, that I was solidly just into guys.
It's kind of a social imperative that finances you up to a point. Everyone has financial assistance up to a point. Unfortunately, this also feeds into the Hikomori recluse epidemic. Oof, yeah, just the shut-in. That's a problem.
Every culture's got its problems.
Yeah, I was a shut-in for a little while, but that was just because I was out of high school and not in college yet. It was a few years. It wasn't really fun. But yeah, I wanted to mention regarding the gaydar thing. Yeah, I'm a fairly flamboyant person. I know, this is shocking information. Alert the media. Izzy's kind of flamboyant.
Shocked we are.
I'm not the least bit gay, but a lot of people have guessed that I am, so.
Yeah, I was having health problems when I was in, like, late teens, early 20s. Walked into the doctor's office. Now, granted, this is an exceptional case because she was particularly incompetent.
Oh, right, I remember this.
And she was absolutely livid, and she got all in my grill and started accusing me and about how I needed to take some responsibility. She can't believe that I was so irresponsible with my life and putting other people's lives in danger. And I was like, what are you talking about? What's going on? And whereupon she demanded a list of all of my lovers, current and past, and was talking about how if she had known that I was a homosexual, she would have handled her investigation of my illness completely differently, because obviously, you know, the problem is that I have AIDS and all this other stuff. Mind you, she never ran a test.
Yep.
She never tested for whether I was HIV positive at all.
Mm-hmm.
She just like, well, he, has whatever traits she was looking for, and decided I pinged on her gaydar. And from there, just made the leap.
Yeah.
And just, she was such an imbecile. Of course, you have to understand, this was like 89, 90.
Yeah.
People were practically still calling it grid.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I don't even know that slang, so...
GRID stands for Gay-Related Immunodeficiency Disease.
Oh, wow.
This was back in the Reagan era.
Ugh.
Which I feel kind of...
shudder rolls up my spine.
As well it should. So, yeah, she was... I could say she was a product of her time, but, kind of so am I, and I'm not that kind of an imbecile.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Point being, don't count on gaydar.
Yeah.
Sometimes it had its bonuses, like the time that I was given Valentine's Day off because my boss just assumed that me and the guy that I was sitting next to were a couple. So, every now and then it has its perks, but mostly it's just, yeah, don't do it, guys.
I was waiting to hear that you'd been invited to an all-girls sleepover by some school friends because they assumed you were gay.
No, but most of my closest friends throughout life have been female.
Yep.
There's just...
I tend to get along with gals better than guys as well, anyway.
Yeah. But anyway. There's something funny going on here. Chie can sense it.
Sense? You sound like Teddy. Still, we might find some clues.
Sense? You sound like Teddy, yeah. Oh, and if you captures it here, don't count on gaydar if you liked Reagan. Not because you're right or wrong, but because you're probably going to do something incredibly stupid. See also that one doctor woman. Yeah.
Also, don't like Reagan or anybody who wants to be like Reagan, because you're probably going to do something incredibly
stupid. If you liked Reagan, stop.
And if you haven't started liking Reagan, don't start.
Yes.
Let's try staking out both Kanji and his family store.
Or you could talk to the man.
Lit up.
You could talk to the man.
Yosuke is very bad at being a detective, but he still wants to play detective anyway.
Such a good boy.
We don't want the killer getting ahead of us.
Oh, I'm kind of face palming. I'm like, okay, literally, all we are doing is picking up clues and watching for indications that the killer has apparently laid down in the Midnight Channel regarding his next move. By definition, because we're responding, the killer is ahead of us.
Yes.
That's his job.
Don't let him get too far ahead of us.
Such a good boy, you guys.
Moving on.
That being said, Yukiko, can I have your cell number?
What? Okay.
Hey, nice. Just went for it.
There's some whiplash, but I can't say I'm not supportive.
Hey, was this your plan all along?
Your diabolical plan.
What? Are you gonna blame him? I mean, okay, I would ask for her number,
Hell yeah.
and she would probably say no, but I would still ask.
No. I got everybody's phone number except for hers. And the Y section of my address book needs some filling out.
Okay, that was almost a smart thing to say, and then he had that last bit.
Oh, we've got Joker from PQ2 in the chat saying she's gonna say no. Yeah, I mean, if Yosuke asks, probably
if
right,
Yosuke
Joker.
asks, it's no.
Smooth. Yeah.
While we're on the subject, could you stop calling me at night just to tell dirty jokes?
What the hell, Yosuke?
Okay, whatever the opposite of smooth is, I feel we have found it. Yeah, Laughing Gremlin is confessing in the chat, but he liked Reagan as a kid, but the older he got, the more he learned about him, the more he loathed him. Yeah, ordering the CDC to ignore AIDS, throwing his fellow actors under the bus during McCarthy. Yeah, that's not everything. That's just a couple of the high points.
This is now a political stream.
It apparently is.
No, it's not.
Usually we save that part for like July 4th, but what the hell?
Oh, man, July 4th is going to be a fun one this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in every sense. And ADF is still there with the pom-poms. Suavementito.
Really, with the dirty jokes, the dead of night.
What the hell, man? Okay, I mean, they've been friends for years.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to worry about her thinking he's, like, trying to get creepy. But, dude.
It's just tacky.
She is literally the only person that you do that with. You don't call me telling me dirty jokes.
Are you asking him to? You really sound like a pervert. Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
Hey, I'm trying to have a conversation with Yukiko here.
Yeah, just quickly change that subject.
Yep.
He's totally calling her tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And there's poor Yukiko.
Demolished. Indeed.
Does not like being put on the spot, but everybody's looking at her now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Yukiko. GA is a fighting type. Correct.
Absolutely correct.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to buy tofu on my way home.
Totally just non-sequiturs him. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations, Yosuke. You remind the ladies of bean curd.
Oh.
Just take the burn and go home.
Just like bean curd. Mostly tasteless and kinda soggy.
Oh. Okay, wow. We are really mean tonight.
Especially to Yosuke, man. The Yosuke bullying is unreal.
Still, I mean, he was kind of asking for it earlier. But she realized... Oh,
in the chat.
She realized he was a soy boy and then was reminded of beans.
Oof, dude.
Oh. Right in the epiglottis. Well, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, I want to see what Yosuke has to say to that.
Oh, she didn't hear a word I said.
Oh, she did. That makes it worse.
I think she did. I think you've been dismissed. Summarily.
Okay then, the stakeout is set for tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently we're just ignoring all of this.
Yep.
Okay.
Stakeouts? Tailing people?
Now she's thinking of steaks.
I'm getting goosebumps.
She's getting into the detective mindset.
Nope, she's getting into the detective thing.
You decided to stake out Kanji and the textile shop tomorrow.
Or we could talk to him.
No, stakeouts are more fun.
Hey man, when I was a teenager, sometime I would get into the moment and I would just get completely wrapped into it. That's what they're doing. I get it. I do. It's just, dude.
Yeah, famous last words for me as a teenager a lot was, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Hey, Nanako.
I remember when I tried to do a wheelie on my kick scooter.
That sounds unpleasant.
I went hurtling backwards in a perfect arc and slammed the back of my skull against the sidewalk.
Oh.
All I could see was red for like 40 seconds as I laid on the ground.
Oh, man.
And yet, no blood. No cracked skull.
I'm glad for that. Did you lose consciousness?
I think I might have briefly. It did seem like time had passed, but I wasn't sure. Nobody noticed me, so...
Oof. Man. Okay, so important question before the house here. Do we want to carry on and try to stake out Kanji? Or shall we call it an evening? We're already a little over.
I think now's a good time to wrap things up for tonight. But tomorrow, next time we get back to Persona 4, will be the stakeout. Who said steak?
Awesome. And we will continue with these awesome young ladies that I am fortunate enough to call my friends.
And also Yosuke is here.
And also Yosuke. The good boy.
The goodest boy.
He is the very goodest boy. But before we go, we'd like to thank all of our patrons, present and future, with special thanks to Cryptid Rhea and Guinevere, and most of all, extra special thanks to my personal savior, Laughing Gremlin. This channel could not be what it is without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And when you do, please let me know via email or patron message if there's a particular color in which you would like to have your name displayed. Alternatively, you can give a one-time gift at ko-fi.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And finally, a huge thank you to all of you who have been recommending us to your friends and circulating the links. I'm not in a position to do a whole lot of reciprocating for those of you who have your own channels, and I'm really sorry about that. But the signal boost really helps, and it really is appreciated. Thank you.
Aw, thanks, IDFE. We love to have you in the chat as always.
Yes, always. So, until next time, don't worry about having a smooth line. Just try to be cool and say what you mean. Don't stake out people that you need to communicate with. Don't judge people by appearances.
And don't cower behind teenagers to hide from old ladies. It makes you look like a weenus. Adachi. This guy, I swear, it's always shenanigans with him.
I know, he's such a comedy relief. Hopefully we can help him. But anyway, we will see you, gentle viewers and listeners, sometime again.
I've just had a letter to say I'm engaged to appear in the pantomime. The part I've to play is the principal boy, so I'm in for a beautiful time. The panto's Dick Whittington, I'm Dirty Dick, the fellow who once rode to York. The manager says I must get a good song about which the public will talk. I've commissioned some authors to write me a song, a very fine chorus they've sent me along. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. For if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. People say it will go very big, but I fear I am all that will go. I've suffered from lockjaw and sickjaw as well in trying this chorus to sing. It's making me lisp, but I say to myself, the song's sure to go with a swing. I'm dreaming of seashells when I am in bed. I only wish she would sell matches